Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pearl's Paranormal. I'm going to get the sign out of my face, okay? All right, so tonight we are looking into one of the most famous um, men that ever lived. Some say that he was a gifted seer, others say that he was a gifted prophet, and many events that he predicted in the world from the time that he began his predictions until his death have actually come true, just like he described it. And now it looks like he must have been right again. It seems that he might have been right again. We are looking into and discussing tonight the unexplained symbols, astrological events, prophecy, and prophecies of those all combine and describe Nostradamus. All right, so let's get right into this. Let me bring in the rest of the team. Got the heartbeat of the South, my son Tim Harrington. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing?
All right, we hanging in here.
All right.
We got James Ziggy Ziegler.
Hey,
Hey,
James.
James.
Hey.
How's it going? And we can never do anything on these shows without her, CATHY CC CARLSON.
Hey,
Hi,
Kathy.
Kathy.
Hey, hey.
How are you doing?
Good.
All
It's
right.
Wednesday.
Great. And there is Sandra says hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Sandra.
I like your avatar, Sandra. Please share the show. And we're gonna share the show when we take our break. And the are we live? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I had to bring it up. All right, we're gonna take a commercial break. And this commercial, James, Kathy, you guys have never seen it before. And Tim and I are starring in this commercial.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go, you guys. Oh, that's on settings. Let me get off of settings and get to the video. I do hear echo, so I got to turn that volume down. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. Here we go. Guys, check out this. Sandra, check this out. I don't even know if Sandra has seen it. Here we go.
Dad, it's time. It's time. It's time. Woo!
Bruh, this what we're going in for right now. This garden glue.
Bruh, it's time.
It's time.
Y'all like that? Y'all like that?
Oh, my.
Yeah. Y'all didn't know Tim could act, did you?
I forgot all about that.
Oh, well, Chef Flavors is a friend of ours, and he and his wife, they're such a sweet couple. They met in chef school together, and they've got another. They are always on TikTok, and so I had to bring this on so that I could help give them some publicity. They've got spinach dip, and and it's in all the Walmarts. Hopefully, spreading into Walmarts nationwide. We know that it is in most of the immediate Walmarts that surround Memphis, Tennessee. But you can also order it online. I think they do have a website. I'll check in that for before our show tomorrow night, so that I can definitely put that website on there if they do have one. Sandra says, "I like it." Did y'all see me trying to run with my cane? All right then. So let's talk about Nostradamus. What the believe this or not, you all, Nostradamus predicted this war between Israel versus Hamas. But the really weird thing about it is that he predicted the exact year, 2023. So how did he do that?
Hmm.
This is unexplained how he did it. Nobody knows today. Did he use symbols? Because did he use astrology? Because the Egyptians predicted and carried on their life by watching the stars, the moon, and the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some say, wonder did he use tarot cards?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see what it said here. The major glow, and this is from Lifestyle uh, magazine um, called Marca, MARCA.com. It says the major global news story right now is the Israel Palestine conflict, which was reignited on October the 7th by Hamas attack on Israel. We have seen the many videos of the violence and the kidnaps and bombs and everything, but it seems that Nostradamus knew this was coming in 2023, given his prediction he described as a great war
Mm-hmm.
for this year. It
Mm-hmm.
was over 450 years ago that this French philosopher, so that was his official title, a philosopher, wrote his most famous work, Les Prophéties, which is a collection of 942 poetic quatrains, which have later been linked to a number of real world events in our time.
Yeah.
He says, this is the quote he says, y'all. 7 months, the Great War, people dead of evil doing, he wrote, predicting this for 2023. Now, many assume that he was talking about the escalation of Russia's war in Ukraine, but
Mhm.
now it seems that it was a preview of the current events. Notice that preview of the current events in the Middle East. Wow. So, what do y'all think about that? And I know, Kathy, you know a lot about Nostradamus, and he studied astrology. I do know that, and philosophy, and telling everyone what you know about Nostradamus.
Well, as you were, I think you mentioned almanacs because
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
was popular with almanacs. So his visions have become integral part of that with his work with almanacs, and also he planned on. I didn't get to research why he was going to do 10 volumes of his channeled energy called
Mm.
centuries, which would contain 100 predictions for the next 2,000 years.
Oh my
So, but there are at least 2,000 documents of Notre Dame that's being kept. So maybe one of them was the centuries that that they had mentioned. I hope so. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
God.
but basically, yeah, he was prophetic, but he would change it into various languages. So, and he would also rhyme everything because he didn't want to be convicted of heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he had a great relationship with the Vatican, believe it or not, and he wasn't tried because he never mentioned witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
So, but so that's really interesting. So I believe that he probably got some of his predictions, even though he was prophetic,
Mm-hmm.
and he had dreams. There were some older prophets that he did follow, and
Mm-hmm.
one of them was Egyptian and might have had roots to, I believe, Atlantis existed. So Atlantis.
Yeah. And oh, hi Mary. Thanks so much for joining us. We're talking about Nostradamus. And if you missed the first few lines of what I was saying, is that the reading of Nostradamus, one of his predictions, predicted this war that we're having now. But the weird thing and what is so unexplained about it is that he predicted the exact year. He said 7 months, the Great War, people dead of evil doing. He wrote, predicting this for the year 2023. Now, when I saw that, when he said 7 months, I was like, this is kind of like confirmation of the vision I had of the foreigners coming into the United States. How how terrifying that it was.
Right.
Hi, our let's see, E.G. Mike Micropenis. Hi there. You're from Trovo. Looks like a Twitch. Wants to know.
He said it fighting Irish.
not Nostradamus, aren't they the fighting Irish?
No, not that one.
Not that one. We're talking about an old philosopher. This is like 450 years ago. And he was a French philosopher that predicted a lot of past events that we had, like the assassination of President Kennedy, the Cold War.
Speaking of which, his anniversary is coming up.
Whose anniversary?
Kennedy.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. I did not know that.
The 22nd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
See, Nostradamus, he was also a professional healer. And yeah, so he would use what they called the Galen. Galen is spelled Galen, and it was known as a medical cookbook. But his first family died of the plague, and so he remarried, but he would work with the doctors right alongside of him, and they had a couple children. So
A.G. Microfina said, I'm just being ridiculous. This is fascinating. Yeah, so, I mean, and Mary says, wow. It's how does he do that? This is this is the Paranormal show. And this is what we look into and discuss. How do these unexplained things happen? Why? How do people know that these things are going to happen? Nostradamus, he was a philosopher, he was a healer. Some call him a prophet. He knew these things. Question from E.J. says, as a healer, could Nostradamus have cured his gonorrhea?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Most definitely.
You troll.
Or else made it more comfortable.
Yeah, fascinating, huh?
Yeah.
Probably so. Tim, what you got?
If I had to take a guess, I would say that he did some time traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say either, doing his 8 hours or 9 hours or whatever hours of sleep to be that accurate in so many areas.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Right.
Most definitely. I think you are absolutely right. Because I got frustrated last night. I have a dream that stuck out. And when my dreams stick out, normally, I have gone into different parallels or dimensions. So I didn't go anywhere last night. I guess it's because of this infected eye. Because believe it or not, the people that control the dimensions and the parallels won't let you bring any type of disease or negativity into their paralyzed. I don't know, EJ, if Nostradamus did psychedelics. Could have, because
Yeah.
I have heard people that use speed, LCD. What is that? What they used to call it back in the 70s? The hippies that
LSD.
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 LSD speed back then. They used to claim that they could prophesy, right? Remember back in the 70s, the hippies. So there's a possibility, EJ, OG. I just don't know. I can't really just say that because I don't know that. But at any rate, stay clean now, OG, because this is a family show. We do have some children watching.
Exactly.
Right,
So,
right, kids. Want to stay clean, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
he's trolling.
Yeah, it sounds like he's trolling.
Yeah,
no mushrooms.
Stay clean. All right.
Anyway, so that's interesting what you brought up, and he even predicted COVID-19. They say, as far as modern, and he's predicted that a young pope will be elected to the Vatican. Wow. So,
yeah, and that's just amazing. Like, Tim, when we come back from our break, we're gonna look back more into your theory of time traveling, because it seems that that's probably a gift that he had to have.
Yeah.
To have had, because it says that he did 942 of these quatrains.
Mm-hmm.
Why were they called quatrains? That's a good question too. Let's look into that. And we don't have time to Google that word. It's spelled QUATRAINS, just like trains.
yeah, but he studied a particular type of astrology too, and he claimed that's what he based his predictions on. It's called Judical, Judical astrology. I'll have to check that. It's relating to the calculation of the planets and other stellar bodies in relation to the Earth. So it's possible he came upon some gateways.
Yeah, so you look up Google, Kathy, you Google Judical.
Astrology.
Tim and I will Google quatrains, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys, and we'll be right back, OG.
Okay. Good.
I was trying to type to Sandra, and I'm just until I sent it to her because the thing of it is something. You know what? I'm trying to remember it, and I don't have it on here because I had started advertising about the movie, and but I'm gonna try to find it. And if I don't find it before the show is over, to paste it in. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure that I post it in the rest of the for the rest of the shows too, since I've started advertising the Christmas store that uh, we sponsor. So let's go to Kathy. Tell us
Oh, okay.
about judical astrology.
Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Well, it says, what's the difference from judical astrology and natural astrology?
Hmm.
Since since inequity, a distinction has been made between natural and judicial astrology. Natural astrology treats the relationship between the movements of the celestial bodies and natural phenomena on the earth, as such as earthquakes, floods, or weather changes. And judical astrology deals with the stars' influence on human fate, it says.
Oh.
And so if you look at um, what they say is in a Wikipedia too. It goes in more detail and stuff. So yeah, there is definitely a distinction between it
Mm.
at the beginning of time, and so that's interesting. Uh huh.
It's
So
almost like a tarot card reading
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
the tarot card uses astrology signs too.
yeah. And so I do want to say that there's going to be a lunar eclipse, and it's going to be the longest one. It's going to cover most of the moon. It's going to be visible from the United States on November 18th, and so watch for that. And it won't happen again for 1,000 years.
And
Oh
what is it?
wow.
What is that gonna
Moon,
happen?
moon
That's going to
eclipse.
happen November 18th. That's soon.
What is
Yeah.
it that's gonna happen? I missed it.
It's a lunar eclipse
A
where the
loner.
Earth is going to cover most
Oh,
of the moon, but
yeah.
it's going to be long. It's going to last really long, and it won't be that long in length for 1,000 years. They've predicted. So,
That's gonna be like 3 days, right?
18th and 19th, um,
Yeah.
yeah, in
So
other places.
Tim,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put our water out.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
My
yeah,
water's still out.
Well, the thing about it is, we couldn't do it here because it was raining
Yeah.
the whole weekend and it was cloudy, and so we didn't get anything. I had to set it out, but I had to go back outside and bring it back in. So, Tim, I'm gonna refresh your structured water
Okay.
as well as mine, and I'll put some fresh structured water out there so that we can get the full density of
Yeah.
the energy that's going to come from
Yeah,
that eclipse from the moon.
that'll be
Mhm.
good right there.
All right, so I looked up quatrain,
Yeah.
and a quatrain is a four-line stanza of poetry. Captain, you did mention that he wrote it whereas he would not get in trouble. So this is why he chose that form of quatrains. And it's a standalone poem of four lines, or it could be a four-line stanza that makes up part of a longer poem. But also, it says that uh, the lines of a quatrain can vary in length depending on the type of verse being written. They can range from a single syllable to 20 syllables or more. And the quatrains have been used as an important unit in composing verse in cultures all around the world and throughout history, from ancient China to medieval France, and that's where Nostradamus lived during the times of medieval France.
Yeah.
Uh huh. And up to through now, they say the modern day. And OG says Quatrain ain't got nothing on Soul Train.
That's cute.
But it's actually pronounced, we're pronouncing it wrong, OG. So listen to this, OG. It's actually pronounced Quatron
Yeah,
for French.
gotcha.
Like qua. I said
I
it now I can't say it anymore.
you can do it
Qua
cat.
K
Four.
W K
Yeah.
W A H
Cat is
Quatron
four.
Trayn, like French. Okay, that's how Quatron, pronounced in the French style. All right then. So we also know that symbols can predict the future and also tell about the past events, because why? In the tombs of the pharaohs,
Great.
nah, Quatron, I think it is a transformer. You might be right. And in the movies, yeah, and in the series, I think Quatron was named that for one of the Transformers. I've seen those movies, the Transformer movies.
That's cute. Yeah, I like them.
I keep up with that stuff, OJ. All right.
Don't forget to tell them that we're here every Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're here every week if you're enjoying the uh, paranormal show. And now the Egyptians, they use. Oh really? But hi, Jensen. What happened to you at work? I'll let you tell us, so you can type it in while I'm talking about the Egyptians. How are you? We're doing good. And he says or they say, I don't know if he or she says something paranormal happened to me at work. Now keep it clean, because we are a family show. We got kids watching, right, kids?
I'm one of them.
I got delicate ears.
Yeah, the kids go like, yeah, please keep it clean for the kids, all right?
Right.
The Egyptians, they use hieroglyphics and drawings, paintings on their walls of the tombs of the pharaohs to record their history. So they recorded their births, their wars, their deaths, their weddings, just everything, and they also would write predictions of their wars, like they knew they were going to win,
Right. Imagine having the assignment that Nostradamus had from his higher power, right? Not being able to fully communicate about his experiences or his visions, because just like you just said, they were beheading and burning at the stake during those times. But that's a lot of information to retain without going insane. You know what I mean?
Nostradamus?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he recorded it. That's why we have a
Right.
record of everything.
Right. He wrote it down, but he couldn't have discussions with anybody.
No, he couldn't have discussions. You're absolutely right. Okay, so here's the what happened to Jay. He says, I recorded the voice of a woman crying, and he has the video. He couldn't record more, and I just quit my job. I'm a security guard. Wow.
Wow, yeah. That happens.
He must have went into a haunted room.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah. And,
yeah, I haven't had experiences, but sometimes, especially if you're doing security at night, it can get pretty creepy.
Oh yeah, security at night. Where did you work? You would like for us to see the video? Yeah,
No.
okay.
Really? No. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't either.
I don't trust this guy, whoever he is.
We got a lot of trouble.
Do you have it?
Probably shut the comments off.
Jay,
Tell you. serious.
Send me your YouTube link. Put it on your YouTube because if you got Twitch,
Yeah,
you got a
because
YouTube.
he already said he didn't record it, and now he's saying he want to see it. So
No, he
that's
said he recorded it. No,
no. He said he didn't because he would left.
he
So
said he couldn't record
now
more.
he's saying he said he didn't record it.
Okay, listen. It says here it is. I put it on the screen for you to see. He said,
Wow.
I have the video. I couldn't record more. So that means he recorded some of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
he
trust.
Send
ain't
us
got
your
no picture either.
send us your YouTube video, okay? And we'll go look at it. All right, so because we have to be careful with our email
we do.
addresses. And no offense, I'm not saying that you are,
But
we
we're
have to be-
talking. We're also talking about a different subject, you guys, not ghosts. We're talking about Nostradamus. So
Right.
He said it is really truly paranormal, and he don't know how he recorded it. But that's okay. What you should do, Jason, is put it on your YouTube channel. Come back here next Wednesday and put your YouTube channel link in, and then I will show it on the show. Okay, that's about as fair as I can get, Jay.
well,
okay?
if it's legitimate, you'll show it on.
You
Yeah.
better review. You better review it.
Review it first. Review everything, but be careful so it doesn't have a bug or something.
We'll definitely do that. But you have to understand in this business, Jay, we get a lot of crap, so we have to be careful. No offense to you, you might truly have the video. It might truly be paranormal, but we just can't have you. We can't give you our contact information for you to send it. Okay. All right then. Now the other thing is tarot cards. Tim, did you ever learn how to read my tarot cards?
I'm still in the process of that. It's not a quick learn.
He sent the link. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me click on it. And
oh Lord.
I'm gonna check out and see. Hold on.
I got a question for Jason.
Jay, it says it's private, so I can't see it.
Then you know what's going on. It's not legitimate. All right.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of trolls tonight just taking up our time. But
you got to go into your YouTube account and make it public, okay? Because I can't see it. It won't let me.
Yeah.
He said he uploaded it a minute ago. Well, Jay, you got to make it public. You can't have it private because nobody can see it. So if you uploaded it and you're the creative studio of your YouTube account, you have to make it public. And then I will look at it before I show it on the screen and see what it's all about. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Tim, back to tarot cards.
Yeah. I come to find out it's for it to be done right. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one that I believe that you have to be careful with.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of good and bad coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've always had a curiosity in that era about that. So I'm still in the process, and it's a slow process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I do have.
Yeah, so he borrowed my tarot cards last year, so you should have had enough time to do it. So this is what happened about a couple of months ago. I bought me a new set.
Okay.
And I haven't had a chance to look at them yet. Okay. So we're going to go to break. I'm going to get them and I'm going to show them on the show. And then after that, we're going to get out of here. Okay.
All right.
All right. So y'all stay tuned and we will be back.
Science has taken a major leap in the battle against thinning hair in the new topical treatment called More Hair Naturally 9. Why? Stem cells. This triple stem cell formulation may help repair and rebuild the major hair components that produce hair. Most people who experience hair loss may not realize, but damage can be done to those hair components due to DHT buildup and other factors. The old approach of DHT blockers, stimulation, nutrient supplementation is fine, but often that's just not enough. stem cells can take it to the next level. This new natural treatment also contains redensyl, capixyl, and bicapyl. These breakthrough ingredients stand alone in terms of documented success. But guess what? All three are contained in the new More Hair Naturally 9 formula. And there's more. We have several peptides designed to help fight DHT, reduce inflammation, stimulate cell production, and much, much more. In fact, More Hair Naturally 9 addresses almost every cause and symptom of thinning hair currently known to science.
Okay, so we're back. As you can see, I've not opened it, and so I'm opening it on the show for the first time. I've had these about maybe 3 or 4 months. I don't know.
So you can read?
I never had the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to learn.
What's the name of them? What's the name of them? What does it say about the name brand? I mean the name.
The brand.
The name.
Yeah, like what they're about, like
AE Weight, WAITE, British.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, AE Weight.
Okay, I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. So here we go. Opening tarot cards. Oh, these are pretty. I like these. Oh crap! What did I do? I think I just mixed them up. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They didn't come out right. Look at that. I was like, oh wow, I like these.
Yeah, my twin sister used to be a reader in Sedona. She used to use the Doreen Virtue cards, the angel cards, and the fairy cards.
And this is what the back looks like of the cards.
Okay.
But look at the pretty pictures. I like this black background.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have the typical archetypes in general tarot, and I can see the hangman or something, and I can see the pentacles. Of course, there's rods, pentacles, hearts, and love.
Yeah.
Love, hearts, and swords.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, cups is love. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. The original card readers were the gypsies, is that right?
Yeah. This is the Fool.
Well, I think it was even before the gypsies.
It was before the gypsies?
Yeah, because it was a Renaissance thing.
I think it goes way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think so too.
The magician.
I wasn't sure.
The magician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Renaissance was also known, I think, as the Enlightened period.
The Star.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Empress.
Then you have the Fool and it's a lot of it.
Yeah, the Empress is rare. She includes 4 different signs.
It must go back way back because this says
wands.
The wands. So it's got to go way back then.
Yeah.
When you think about it, wands go way back, right?
Right, yeah, definitely.
Wands are challenges.
Sometimes
they're seen.
Okay, great. Now here are my instructions.
Okay.
And
just don't break out the voodoo doll.
Look, it tells me what each one of them is.
Yeah.
And how to read. Okay, it's a lot to learn.
Yes, a lot. It's not. It's not ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I've got a book like this. Yeah,
Well,
see,
if I ever get some time, I'm gonna have fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely that.
it gets really detailed. Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
does. Cause I've watched a lot of people on YouTube that do it,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, they have it on YouTube. And for the most part, a lot of their techniques are the same, but they're
Mm.
also different.
right, like
Ah.
some people don't read reversals.
Right.
Yeah, it might say this is the reverse meaning on this particular card, but some people don't even read them at all that way.
Right.
So it's personal, however anybody wants to do it.
OJ say he went to an obese woman, that obese psychic, that he couldn't trust her because she lied about being a medium. Well, at least OJ knows something about paranormal, doesn't it? Because they are called mediums.
Right, right.
So he's not just trolling, he just got a unique way of expressing himself.
Mm.
The thing you'll find about me, OG, is that I welcome even anybody to watch our shows. We just ask that you be respectful and kind. And I don't like to call everybody a troll because everybody's not a troll. They just talk differently, you know? So you are welcome to come back anytime because you have been basically clean tonight.
If you weren't, you would break out the voodoo doll on you.
Now we're going to have politics show tomorrow where we're going to talk about the war.
If you're into politics.
Ned and Tahoe. And we talked about his name last week and where his name came from. And but we're gonna bring you up to date on what has happened because see, I've been watching it since October 7th. And by the way, you guys, I want you guys to go here. Team, I want y'all to go to YouTube and go to this YouTube channel, ALJAZEERA.
That's where they show it live at, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elzera.
Al Jazeera. Yeah, and I want y'all to look at least 30 minutes of it so that you guys can see for yourself the real facts.
Did you put it in the banner? Where did you put it?
It
just came out.
It's on the screen.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm. And all you gotta do is put that in the search bar on YouTube. Now this shows both sides, but most so it shows the sides of Gaza. You can see the Gaza people, the hospitals, the damage, the scenes are horrific, but it's the truth. It's not what Israel is showing on the main media channels. On the main media channels are only covering Israel's side of the story. And when you come to any story, I don't care what it's dealing with or who it is involved in the story, it's always two sides.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So
but did you hear about the Senate? They refused to give financial aid to Israel today.
I didn't hear about that. So I have to research that because they were set on not doing that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about it tonight. Just go to Alzera sometime during the day tomorrow so y'all can be in tune with me when we talk about these things and pick out you a particular segment topic of what you want to talk about regarding this war. Okay.
Yeah. Now there is one prediction we just have to watch out for. A couple of just quick ones in 2024 from Nostradamus.
Okay.
He said a naval confrontation with China, possibly India and China conflict in the Indian Ocean might occur in 2024. He also said there's going to be a great famine and tsunamis that are going to destroy crops. A major climate crisis. The dry earth will grow more parched, and he predicts there'll be great floods. And so that's
yeah. Well, they already having a flood in what was that? Sudan. They just had a flood that's so bad it displaced 700,000 people.
Wow, that's bad.
Wow. And so yeah, we're already having those major floods like that. We're already having those major droughts like that. Because when you stop to think about it, Hamas and Israel is a droughted land because it rarely rains over there. And day before yesterday, I actually made a post. I made it on TikTok. I didn't put it on FB, but I said that I pray that it rains so the people can catch some rainwater to give to their children and the babies. Yesterday they had a pour down storm.
Okay.
And it was like the first time it would have rained. And I said within 48 hours. And that's the first time they had rain in months and months like that. But the problem was this. The problem was because they're outside, not in their homes, and just have these cloth tents, that they made ship, cloth shelter.
Yeah.
And no clothes because it got cold with the rain. The temperature is dropping over there. Now they say a lot of them going to be sick because of the storm yesterday. I was like, oh my God, you pray for something you think is good that's going to help them.
Wow.
But then the devil has a flip side to it,
Really?
But Tim can tell you how in touch I am with the universe. Tim, what happened with your power?
Oh yeah, I told that when my power was out. I think I had been out for 5 hours at that point, and I called you because I didn't know if my electricity was going to be back on for the show in time for the show.
Yeah, well, that was Friday, wasn't it? I think.
Was it Friday? I think it was a little further back than that.
Thursday. Thursday, probably.
Thursday, when we had the meeting, right? The day we had the meeting.
The 1 o'clock meeting Thursday. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I called you and you said, well, I'm gonna put a prayer in that it comes on within 30 to 45 minutes. And sure enough, it came on probably within 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, when you tell people that you have that gift like that, they get afraid of you. And that's why I never really talked about and shared with many people, but now they know. But I mean, when I was younger, and I'm older now, so I really don't mind what they say. But when you're building your reputation, you have to be careful. Yeah. And so I could not share that at those times. And it's just a gift. But sometimes when you have gifts like that, it can be a curse and a blessing.
Yeah. Double-edged sword.
And of course, you can't blame it if it scares people, But, and so therefore, you have to be very, very careful.
Well, let me ask you this, though, before you get away from that. Did you have, okay, you said you had it as a little girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you had your encounter with the friends from above, did they have any effect on it? Did it enhance it more or was it the same?
I didn't hear all of that question.
When you had the encounter, you and Yana had the encounter with the UFO.
Oh, with the UFO. Yana? Mm-hmm.
Right. Did it affect your gift in any way? For the better or not at all?
It enhanced it.
That's what I thought.
Because at that particular time, I really wasn't paying attention to it. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of just pushed it aside and just kind of ignored
Yeah.
it. But after seeing that, it enlightened me.
Yeah.
You know, because it was confirmation to me that uh, there is existence of unexplained things.
Right.
That was a confirmation. All right, so OG, now this one I'm going to put on the screen. OG says Israel and Planned Parenthood should partner up. They're both fighting to kill babies. Now, I can agree with you on that because Parenthood does abortions. And I don't believe in abortions. I really don't. So I can say, yeah, that's a pretty good point you just made, but it is a subject for politics. Okay. So come back tomorrow, OG, and we'll do our politics. And that's gonna be our show for the night. Tim, closing remarks.
Nostradamus. Wow. Yeah, man, this guy, and the thing about it with me is, to our knowledge, it hasn't been another guy like him that has the predictions that he has and has been dead on like that. So it's just phenomenal.
Makes you want to read more of his
Absolutely,
predictions.
yeah.
Right. So do that in your spare time.
Mhm.
Closing remarks. James.
Well, James. Okay.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Basically, he became, as Tim had mentioned, one of the most famous figures in history and also in the Renaissance. But many people the majority of people did believe that his prophecies were spiritually inspired. So they don't believe that.
That could be. It could definitely be
majority
inspired.
do believe that. Yes.
Yeah, because it was just a gift probably that he had, like me.
Yeah.
Right.
But his was just a little bit stronger because he was probably in tune with more percentage of his brain than we are today. Because back then, think about it. In medieval times, it was quiet. You didn't have the most noise you heard would be from some cattle, maybe.
Real food.
Real food counts.
Crickets and night and birds in the day. You did not have industrial noise. Yeah. Most of the industrial noises that we are around and automation is what eats up. That is what blocks us being able to use more than 30% of our brain because we grew up in an industrial time with noise, so much noise.
Well, not only that, the water that they treat and the food and the air with pollutants.
Air was pure, yes. So those people during those times, that's the reason why when you look at period pieces, series and movies of how the kings and the queens and the people of those times, and especially in biblical times too, had a lot of visions, had a lot of seers. Like during the Vikings time, they didn't call him a prophet; they called the person a seer. And Nostradamus was called the seer too during his time in medieval times. So everything was just more pure.
Yeah, not only that, they vaccinate us and they give us COVID shots and all that. This
They give y'all COVID shots. I didn't take one.
But they do stuff on purpose, so it disconnects us from.
It does.
Veterans, and processed food disconnects your brain. Yeah.
Right.
A lot of chemicals.
All right, closing remarks, James.
Now this goes back a little bit from the time of 9/11.
Okay.
Nostradamus, I heard, had predicted that after two birds hit two big buildings, that it was going to be the end of the world.
Well, it was the end of the world for many that died.
As they knew it,
As they knew it. So
thank God it didn't come true.
practically true, right? Yeah.
Well, even though it could be the start of the, end of the world, cycle, so
Yeah.
it could still be true because it could
Yeah,
be.
because when you think about it, which is another, we're going into politics now, but we can't help it. But when you think about it, the
They all
war,
run into each other.
the war began, and then we've been in war ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere.
It
So,
started it, yeah.
all right. So mine is thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, audience. And looks like we got one more comment, and it's probably from OG. Okay, OG, say love you guys. Hope to catch you tomorrow. And guess what, OG? I'm leaving this one on the screen for it to show all the way from now to eternity.
OG.
OG, and the kids love you too. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's our show for tonight. Thank you guys for watching us. And OG, we'll see you tomorrow. Hold it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Studio was ready to go, wasn't it?
Love your family.
On and put the brakes on.
Yeah.
All right.
Love your family.
Love you
Okay,
too.
love you too. Bye.